Greetings and welcome back to F1 25 single player career mode. We are here for the penultimate round of the World Championship, and I am very much looking forward to getting into things here today. I hope you are all doing well. I know I am, because I'm especially hyped based on the last episode. If you haven't seen it, I would highly suggest go watch that one, because it was a cracking race. But yeah, spoilers ahead if you haven't seen it. But as you can see, we ended up finishing P2 in the Las Vegas Grand Prix, and we had a very up and down race. We had some contact with Charles Leclerc early on, which meant we had to stop a little bit earlier than we originally had scheduled. And then obviously towards the end of the race, you would know if you've been watching, there was a red flag. So that kind of reset everything, and that meant we could be fighting for a podium come the end of the race. So I am very much hyped for this episode as well. I am very much looking forward to today. As you can see, we are still trying to hunt down Yuki Tsunoda in the Drivers' Championship, but more crucially, we are in a very close and intense battle with Williams in the Constructors' Championship over finishing P5. At the moment, we're sitting on 160 points to Williams's 143 points, so 17 points separating us at the moment, but that could obviously change in a blink of an eye. And especially for this particular weekend, because as you can see on your screens, this is a sprint weekend. So not only do we have the full Grand Prix around Losail International Circuit, but we also have 10 laps of sprint. So yeah, there's going to be plenty of racing today, and I hope you will all enjoy it. We are going to get straight into things with sprint qualifying here today. And here we go.
Hello everyone and welcome to Sprint Qualifying. This is a frenetic condensed session that will set our grid for the sprint race tomorrow. It's going to fly by. Let's get into it.
And one thing I didn't get to mention and we didn't get to look at, but we are bringing a whole heap of upgrades for the last two races. So according to the graph, we could be as much as the fourth fastest team on the grid for the last two races. So that is definitely something I'm looking forward to. But here we are at Losail. I think we should just get into things, get out on track.
Okay guys, everyone be aware, the car's ready to go.
And as per usual with sprint qualifying, the first two sessions we are limited to only using medium tires, which a little bit annoying, but it is what it is, as we come out just behind one of the Red Bulls, and that is, I can't quite see the racing number. I think this might be Yuki. It is, and the reason I could tell was because of the yellow T-cam. So out behind our rival, we're just going to create some space here. And Losail, obviously a track that is very infamous for the high temperatures. Drivers, the first couple of years we went here in real life, complained of heat stroke. Hopefully it's not going to come to that in-game here. Even though it is quite warm here in my room, I don't think we are quite at a level where a heat stroke would be happening. But it is a track that has some nice flow to it. Lots of medium speed corners, loads of high speed corners as well. And the left side of the car, or the left set of tires, they are going to be suffering throughout the entire weekend. That is the set that suffers the most. Here we are. Let's see what we can do. First and hopefully only lap here in SQ1. And we go across the line to open the lap. Let's see what we can do. Heading into turn 1 again, very fast turn. You can carry a lot of speed through these corners, but you do need to be brave on the throttle and on the brakes as well. Now heavy braking zone coming up here. There we go. Really good so far. So far so good. We have this fast right-hander right here. And Nico Hulkenberg with the initial fastest lap here in SQ1. Now these corners are quite something, because the first two you can take flat. In qualifying, this one, yeah, it is flat. Barely. And a small left required through here. Max Verstappen jumps to the top. Small oversteer right there. Across the line, we are second. Only to Max Verstappen.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
So the car definitely has some pace to it. Question is, can we extract it? And I'm also a little bit curious to see where our teammate is able to put his racer today, his car, because as I said, we have a bunch of upgrades. The car should be good enough for the top 10 for both of us.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
But you never know with Ollie. You never know. But this lap should be good enough to actually get us through to SQ2. So it's not going to be a big problem. And we can head back to the pits and see how things unfold. Taking a little too much speed into that corner there. That's my bad. And back into the pits we go. There we are. And crucially, Tsunoda, Albon, Hulkenberg all behind us. So far, it looks good. Do wonder where our teammate is able to place his car. But I don't think, as I said, we don't have to go out anymore. We're still P2. And let's see where our teammate is sitting at the moment. So he has either just begun his lap or he has already... Nope, he has begun his lap. Okay, let's see what he can do. There we go, Ollie across the line. 16th. Wow. He is super far behind. That's pretty bad, to be honest. That's really bad. So he's going to have to go again to see if he can get out of this qualifying session. Let's see. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that he can. But well, my hopes are not high.
So much action still to come this weekend.
Let's see. No. P18. Wow. He's really struggling, and despite scoring his first points in Las Vegas, it doesn't seem like that form has carried over here to Qatar. Which, that really sucks. That really does suck. But we're going to wait this time around. We're going to let the other drivers just get out there get a feel for it. That should be it.
Standing by.
And then we can go out and post a lap. So let's see what we can do. A shame Ollie couldn't make it through. But again, he has been very underwhelming this season. And it's getting a little bit frustrating at the moment. But hopefully both Williams drivers won't make it through.
Into P14.
But I do have a suspicion they might, because that Williams car is quite fast, actually. It has come alive over the last couple of races. So I'm a little bit unnervy, I guess is the right word to use, for the last round. We might actually end up losing 5th place in the Constructors at the last Grand Prix, which would really be, that would be catastrophic. So I'm hoping we can have a good race here and maybe outscore the Williams drivers here this weekend, and then going into the last race we can have the upper hand. But let's see. Now it's about SQ2 and getting into SQ3. So let's see what we can do. Heading into turn 1 here. Gotta go full commitment here. That felt good. Much better rotation that time around than in SQ1. So that really felt good. There we go. And now this hairpin almost. Good traction out of there. Oh, a bit of a slide going on there. That's okay though. It didn't cost too much time. Can go earlier on the throttle there. I need to be a little bit more brave.
P15.
But it is okay. And flat out here as well. Oh, we stay within track limits barely. Ooh, there as well. Bit of a clumsy end to the lap, but it should be good enough. There we go. Fastest.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
No problems at all making it through. Yet again. And we just seem to have qualifying nailed down. The interesting thing is obviously the race. What is going to happen there? Are the tires going to play tricks on us again? Because again, I mean, the medium seems to be holding up quite well actually, so I'm not too concerned about that, to be fair. But it is still a little bit exciting to see what kind of tire wear we have now we get into the sprint. We always use the sprint as a bit of a test to see what kind of pace we have for the actual Grand Prix. Obviously it is the best opportunity you get for these sprint weekends. So that's what we're going to use it for. We're going to use the sprint as a bit of a test, and then obviously the big points are handed out in the big race. And honestly, 29 laps around here A one-stop should be possible. I'm a little bit curious if we can do softs in the sprint. I think it might be possible, but I'm not sure. I think they could do the distance, but again, I'm not sure. But no problems here for us to make
Well,
it
that
through.
concludes sprint qualifying. So much action still to come this weekend.
And Fernando Alonso, the big name, getting knocked out along with his teammate Lance Stroll. Both Williams into the top 10 here. So they're going to be fighting over sprint pole. Oh dear, oh dear. And we look to have the pace to maybe challenge for the front row here in the sprint qualifying. And now we are on the soft compound. So let's see what we can do. Let's go out with 3 minutes to go. There we are.
Checks complete. Everyone be aware, we've got a car leaving the garage.
And we get one shot here in SQ3 to see what we can do. If we can do anything that was like in SQ2, it should be good enough. Oh, at the moment, Sainz and Albon quite far down. Leclerc all the way down in 9th. That is a surprise, I have to say. Didn't expect the Ferraris to be down there. Just goes to show you never know what you can expect. But now we just have to focus, we have to just deliver the best we can. Nothing more expected of us, and then obviously in the race we can see if we have the pace to challenge for some good positions. But we're going to also let the Ferrari that is behind us, we're going to let them through. Leclerc. So now we are, I think, the last car out on track. And that has its benefits, obviously, because we get the best conditions in terms of how rubbered in the track is, which is exactly what you want. So here we go, ready to prep and get things rolling here in SQ3. And heading out of the final corner. One last time here in sprint qualifying. The last sprint qualifying of the year and of this series. Let's see what we can do. Into turn 1. Going quite aggressive there. And a good first couple of corners. I'm quite happy with that, honestly. Now we need to put this together right here. So far, so good. Purple sector 1. Tiny oversteer there, but it wasn't anything that hindered our lap. Early on the throttle here. Burn up some ERS. And now the triple right-handers here. We need to commit this time around. There we go, no problems. Oh, just within track limits there. Missing the apex slightly in the last corner, and now the run to the line. What's it gonna be? Sprint pole. Hey, look at that. We did it. Let's go.
Well, that concludes sprint qualifying. So much action still to come this weekend.
Oh, and we just barely grabbed it ahead of Max Verstappen. 71 thousandths of a second is all that separates us at the top. But I did say it. We probably had the pace to challenge for the front row, and we have taken top honours here today. And that is absolutely what we needed. And if we can have a good sprint race, I would say if we finish in the top 3, that would be good. I'm expecting Verstappen to be a little bit more aggressive heading into the sprint, as he normally is, and we are going to be doing the mediums instead of the softs. But I mean, thankfully, I wasn't expecting anything other than a dry sessions, but it's good to have the confirmation that it is actually not going to rain. But here we go. Ooh, the final sprint of this series. And let's see if we can maybe get lucky and take top honors. That would certainly be something. Here for the final sprint of the F1 25 single-player career mode. And we have had a mixed bag when it comes to the sprints. Some sprints have been really good, but also there has been some sprints where we really haven't done anything. So I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that this could be the best sprint we have had yet. But let's see.
Welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend.
It certainly is. Look at that. What a beautiful scenery we have.
The Sale International was built in 2004, 3.3 miles, 16 turns with just one DRS zone, but it's a long straight, and there's plenty of high-speed overtaking opportunities through the corners.
There certainly is. Certainly there is.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint.
All right. We already know the grid, but let's see if there's any penalties.
Iceman lines up on pole position.
There we are.
Out Max Verstappen, who will start from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hamilton, Sainz, Yuki Tsunoda, and Norris, Piastri, Leclerc, Russell, and Alex Albon, Stroll, Alonso, Nico Hülkenberg, and Lawson, Bortoleto, Antonelli, Pierre Gasly, and Ollie Behrman, Colapinto, and Isaac Hadjar rounds off the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today?
So
we will
Sainz
soon find out.
Hot on our heels.
Well, we welcome you to the broadcast. It's going to be some race today. First of all, introductions. I'm Alex Jakes. Alongside me for this one, Anthony Davidson. So, a sprint race today, and that means lights to flag, no stops. And how is that going to affect the driver behind the wheel?
Absolutely. So for today, there's no pit stop, or shouldn't be a pit stop anyway, if things go right, and you can forget about strategy. You're just driving today as fast as you can, make those overtakes if you need to, and that's what a sprint weekend's all about.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Absolutely not. So here we are on the grid for the final sprint of this season. And what a ride it's been. We're going to take half a lap extra fuel. And here we go. We are on the mediums as the sole one. Wow, okay. So no one else opting for a set of mediums. Everyone else have gone for a set of softs. That might get spicy. Because everyone else is going to have the potential for a better launch than us. But our tyres are more durable. So we have the long run.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being.
Thank you, Mark. Very nice to get that information. But yeah, interesting. So the top 5, or from 2nd to 5th, all on softs. Whereas we have to take a medium. So I've gone for the harder tile allocation. as they are called. And I just simply thought we weren't gonna have the tire wear to play around with, but it turns out it's a little bit less than what I expected. But I have a suspicion this is the right call. And I wouldn't probably have gone with the soft if I even had the option. So, nothing really changes on that front. Just trying to heat up the tires. They are stone cold. Let's do a little bit of a burnout here. And now we're ready to line up on the grid. Yeah, tires are still really cold. There's not much we can do about it. But here we go, lining up on the grid for one final time here in the sprints. There we go.
Okay, incredible parking there. Nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts.
And we have a clear shot into
Okay,
turn
so
one.
that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights.
Now we just need to use it. But here we go. The 5 red lights are on for the final time this season for the sprints. And away we go. We get a good start actually. Verstappen on the outside tries to go the long way. Didn't really work for him there. And we initially keep the lead here in the sprint off the line. So a good start from us. And now we just need to settle down and try and make these tires, well, they are gonna last for sure. We just need to protect ourselves. But Verstappen looks feisty. He looks like he wants to get past. And Sainz has lost a position off the line to Tsunoda. You love to see it. Oh, a bit of a tank slapper there. Max trying to size us up here. Doesn't really work. Ooh, and the heavier fuel, definitely something you have to get used to. But that is the first lap. I do think Verstappen is going to be... Oh, he is
We can now
fast.
use DRS. DRS now available.
And he doesn't even have the DRS yet. But he is really fast. Heading into turn 1. Doesn't quite have what it takes to go for the move. But still, I mean, he was fastly approaching. Welcome in on the live chat. I did see your message. Unfortunately, due to the nature of this circuit, there's probably not going to be a lot of opportunities to actually read the chat, but I'll do my best. And welcome in, Mohammed. Hope you are doing well today. And hope you will enjoy the show here today as well. I'll try and put on the best kind of show I am able to, at least. And we'll see what happens. But Max is still keeping us honest here. He has the pace to go with us. We're not dropping him. And he's gonna have the DRS to aid him now. And he's fast in a straight line. I'm doing well, thank you. Doing really well. But here comes Max Verstappen.
Verstappen has just put up the fastest lap of the race so far.
That is very difficult to defend against. We're going to try and go the long way. Oh, we don't quite have the grip for that, I'm afraid. And that was inevitable. I'm a little bit worried that Max was going to retake the lead at some point. Oh, and now we have the dirty air to play with. Whew. Now it's just a question about avoiding dropping too many positions. Maybe even just staying in the DRS of Verstappen can help us greatly with that. But he's fast. He's pushing. That is for sure. Oh, and these corners are going to be horrible in the dirty air. Oh, the aero wash is insane through there. Alright, we've stuck with Max through the middle sector. That was what I was worried about. Now we see if we can attack him. But he is really fast in a straight line. He is super fast in a straight line. But here we go, heading into turn 1. Going for the move. But he's on the outside. Whoa, woo, almost contact there between us. But we retake the lead off the sprint. That was quite the move. A little bit clumsy. But in the end it worked out. I do fear we are going to be trading spots here between myself and Verstappen. Norris has overtaken Sainz and so has Hamilton. So Sainz all the way down to P7 now. And very close to falling out of the points here in the sprint. Which is exactly what we want to see. Max, oh, he's looming. He's fast. He is. He has a good exit out of that corner there. And now we need to see if we can defend from him. I think it's going to be difficult. Here we go. We're going to give it a shot. Yeah, we could play DRS games with him.
Teammate by 10.9 seconds.
Oh, here he comes. He's going to go for the outside this time. Oh, we overshoot turn 1. And we are now 3 wide. Briefly there. That was very close. Overshot turn 1. Forced Verstappen wide. And oh, that's Hamilton, sorry. Hamilton snuck up the inside. That was very close there.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
We are halfway through the sprint. It feels like we've gone a whole race distance now. There's been so much action here at the beginning. But yeah, Verstappen is very much faster than us at the moment. Oh, I go wide there. That's not ideal. But we have separated from the pack, so even if we do drop a couple positions, we're not going to drop outside the points. Which is good to see also for the big race. Oh, I've got to lift there. That's not smart. And let's see how much Verstappen has for us here. His tyres are only going to get worse and worse. We're going to try and send him to the outside here. I'd much rather want him there. We're running out of ERS.
Okay, we lost the position. Try to keep focus.
And I can't really do anything. Here comes Hamilton. He's on the outside for the next corner. Oh. And the aero wash from Verstappen there. Really doing its work. Let's see if we can stick with Max. I hope we can. Woo! But we are punching above our weight here. I do have to admit that. We're not supposed to be in these positions. We are profiting off a very solid qualifying. And right now we're just fighting with tooth and nail to try and keep these positions. Verstappen starting to open up a gap. Don't want to lose the DRS. I really don't. Also don't think it's quite out of place. No, we're still going to get the DRS. So we can defend ourselves from Hamilton. But we're probably going to have to let go of the thought of actually winning this sprint. It's not looking very likely at the moment. Max definitely seems to have the upper hand, for now at least. Although saying that, he is on the softs, they could start falling off all of a sudden in terms of tyre wear. And he is not as fast as he was at the beginning. So maybe the tyre wear is starting to hit him. That would be nice if that was the case. And we're still going to have DRS here. The reason I went for the mediums is because the tyre wear on this car is horrendous, and a set of softs wouldn't have gone the whole sprint race distance, unfortunately. So they would have ended up probably blowing up with the tyre wear that we have. And that's just how things go sometimes. So I had to go for the mediums instead. That is just... It sucks. It really does suck that we don't have better tyre wear, but it's not something that seems to be fixable. The Haas is really bad on tyres. It eats tyres, pretty much. So it is a well-known problem. But I would like if it wasn't. If there was an upgrade we could purchase that actually fixed it, but it doesn't seem like there is. Verstappen now. Or did he just get me outside the DRS window here? I'm not sure. No, we just kept it within, so...
We're starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop.
That's fine. Yeah, the tyre wear is starting to hit me a little bit. We have this and one more lap to go. Let's see if we can put pressure on Max. And if we can maybe force a mistake, that could gain us a position. It's not looking likely, but I mean, P2 in a sprint is also really good. I'm not unhappy with it, just saying. But we are closing in ever so slightly. We might have a shot at him if we have a good exit out of the final corner. Really pushing the car right now, trying to get close to Max. Oh, running a little bit wide there, unintentionally.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
Don't think it's going to be possible. This heading into turn 1. The dirty air is simply too much. I can't really get close to him in the high-speed corners. But let's see, maybe throughout the lap an opportunity will present itself. Ooh, saying that though. Getting a lot of aero wash there. Fuel is getting low here. That's fine. We're not going to have a shot at Max here, unfortunately. He is going to win the sprint unless in the last couple of corners he makes a mistake. So he is going to take away 8 points, but it's not too bad. I mean, 7 points are still really, really, really well needed, and we can still definitely be happy with our performance. So there we go. That was a good sprint.
Yes, and that's a podium. Excellent drive. The whole team have worked especially hard this weekend, and that, my friend, is a fantastic reward. Well done.
It certainly is. Ooh, Mohammed, yeah, that's the question. Which team am I going to go for on the 26 DLC?
That is it for the sprint. Join us next time for qualifying and, of course, the main event, the Grand Prix. We will see you when Formula One returns.
That is a good question. I haven't fully decided yet. I am torn between 3 teams, and those are obviously to continue with Haas, which we are driving right now. So continue to work with them, or choose one of the two new teams. So Audi or Cadillac. I'm leaning a little bit towards Cadillac because the whole idea of, you know, being with a team that is completely new to Formula One, that's kind of cool. I like it. So I'm thinking maybe Cadillac, but I'm open to other suggestions. Let's put it that way. And that was a much needed good sprint. That was really, really good. So that really helped us in the Constructors' Championship there. We are now, let's see if my math is mathing, 23 points clear of Williams. And as for the Drivers' Championship, we close in on Yuki Tsunoda. So that's also good. But now we have the big boy. We have qualifying, and then we have the main race. So let's get into that. Some more racing. Very much like it.
Today is all about the rhythm, all about the flow, because it's qualifying in Qatar. We're under the floodlights for a high-speed test that will set the grid for tomorrow. Wherever you are in the world, you're very welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And there we are, just working away. Getting ready to get things rolling here. And again, we have... Oh, we have a set of hearts recommended for the sprint. I do wonder if that becomes available to us, or if that is handed back. No, that is handed... No, that is something we have access to for the race. Because I'm thinking maybe a 2-stop is on the cards, depending on how the hearts work. I'm not quite sure, but I at least know that we're going to have some high tyre wear. We did 10 laps in the sprint. The tyres could definitely, you know, go, I want to say 3 to 5 laps longer than in the sprint, but they were starting to fall off. So ideally, but again, the hard tyres have proven to be a really good race tyre this season, so I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But we are out behind our teammate this time, Ollie. Let's see if he can actually get it through to Q2 this time. That would be nice if he could. But yeah, I mean, I could ask you now, Mohammed, since you're watching live, do you have any suggestions for which team to choose for the upcoming 2026 DLC series? That's not a very catchy name, but we're going to work on it. I guess we're going to call it the F1 26 single-player career mode. Do you have a suggestion for which team to choose? Any preferences? Or any particular team that you maybe... Ooh, the Alpine. Ooh. Interesting. Any particular reason why you would go with Alpine? I mean, they're not the slowest team. It's not too fast. No, that is true. It's not the fastest team, but it's also not the slowest. Which is kind of the reason I wanted to go with Cadillac, is because, well, they are by far the slowest team. So you would definitely have to build on that car to try and get it to be anywhere close to competitive at some point. But I do see what you mean with Alpine. They're not too slow, they're not too fast. They're kind of like, you know, a Williams or a Haas. I'll take that into consideration. Any particular driver you want me to team up with? Who would you want my teammate to be, Franco or Pierre in this case? Because I know what I'd probably rather choose. But I'm not sure if that is also what you were thinking. We're closing up to Piastri here. Hopefully he gets out of the way. Thank you, Oscar. That was kind of close, actually. Let's see if we can keep it pinned here. Oh yeah, easy. Oh, just running close to track limits there. And then the final corner. Here we go. First lap in Q1. Fastest.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
So let's let Oscar through again here.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
No problem. But yeah, Alpine, I mean, I'll consider it. It wasn't anything that I had on my mind. I didn't have Alpine on my mind, but I mean, it's a nice car. It's a nice blue car. That is for sure. That is for sure. We'll see. I won't promise anything, but I'll take it into consideration that Alpine is also something you guys wish for. So I'll have that in mind when choosing the team. But we are heading back into the pits now. There shouldn't be any problems progressing on that lap. It was a pretty decent lap. And into the pits. That was a perfect pit entry right there. And Sainz into P5. Oh man, and we come in just behind our teammates. It's going to take a little bit longer, but yeah. Alpine, I mean, technically, I have driven for that specific team in league racing, in SRL, back in the day. But that was when it was known as Renault. So, technically, I have driven for Alpine before. And also, actually, this is not a series that ever finished or ever became public on my channel, but I did at one point try to do a career mode. When was this? This was on F1 20... Was it 2019 maybe? I think. I'm not sure if it was 2018 or 2019. No, sorry. It was probably 2020, to be fair. Anyway, it was when the Alpine had that beautiful blue livery with the red stripe on the back with the white Alpine logo in it. Looked so amazing. I'm tempted to say 2021. I did try to do a career mode there. Didn't finish it. Didn't, do anything with it. Unfortunately. But, I mean, maybe that could be then that we actually take that up again. It's not a bad idea, honestly. But there we go. We are through to Q2. No problems at all. And once... Ollie, no. He was so close this time. Anyway, I'm not surprised, unfortunately. But there we go. We are through to the next part of qualifying. And no problems at all, I want to say.
All set, we're ready to go, so let's get the car out onto the track.
And let's just get out quickly before the other drivers. Hopefully have the track for ourselves. I say that as one of the Red Bulls always seems to be Red Bull who manages to get out in front. And is that Max, I think? I think that might be Max. Not too sure. But again, it shouldn't be a problem making it through to Q3 now. We seem to have the pace for some reason in qualifying, and then in the race it's a little bit more touch and go, I want to say. But we'll do our best, as we always do. And then, obviously, also, I do have to make this a bit of an announcement at some point. But SRL, the league I race in, I am thankfully and quite happily back in the Formula 1 series this year. So that's also going to return. I'm not going to spoil who I'm going to be driving for just yet. But head over to Instagram and make sure you follow there. And you will see at some point. Link should be in the description at some point. If you're watching it in post, it should be in the description already. Here we go. Heading into turn 1. Good first corner there. So I'm really hyped for being back in SRL. I love it there, and I mean, I didn't really leave last year, but it wasn't the same just doing the GT3. Obviously I was doing commentary, but this year I am racing in Formula 1, so I'm looking forward to that. And especially with the new cars, it's going to be interesting, I think is the right word, to see what happens, how the racing is going to go about happening. Because that is the big talking point for league races. How good is the racing actually? And I guess we'll see. Here we go. Oh, commit. Yes. There we go. Oh, we run very wide there. We still keep it within, apparently. And Max Verstappen with the fastest lap so far. We are a little bit slower.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
But it's still fine. That should be good enough to make us through to Q3. Stroll behind us. Piastri a little bit faster. Russell behind us. Tsunoda in front of us. And Leclerc with provisional fastest lap. Whee. A little bit of a clumsy end to the lap.
Of fuel remaining.
But it's fine. Maybe we need to carry more speed into that corner. I'll try that in Q3 if we make it that far. We're down to P5 now. but it's all good still. Still all good, no problems at all. A little bit fast into the pits there. But yeah, again, no problems really. Maybe, I'm just saying maybe for the final race, we can increase the difficulty ever so slightly. Not because I think, I mean, this is probably around the actual AI pace I'm supposed to be driving at, but it is also fluctuating quite a bit. Mainly because the AI on the 25 part of the game are a little bit, you know, up and down in terms of pace. So it makes it a little bit difficult to actually gauge what kind of AI difficulty you're supposed to run. Let's see, I'm crossing my fingers we can sort that out for the 26 series. But here we go, we are through, no problems, to the final part of qualifying. Both Mercedes getting knocked out, so they had a absolutely horror qualifying session there. That's a bit of a shame for them, but here we go. We are ready for the final part of qualifying, and unfortunately, we only have a single set of softs, so I'm gonna have to wait until there's like 3 minutes to go. We're gonna go all guns blazing, trying to get the maximum out of it. Let's see if we can be challenging maybe for yet another pole position. You never know.
Okay, that's all the checks complete. We're ready to go.
But here we go. The penultimate qualifying session of this series and this season. We are ready to get going, and we are going to be last out on track. That is fine. Look, what is my AI doing? It's being a little bit weird. Oh, Norris brake testing us there, ever so slightly. But we're going to give the other drivers room. We're going to be the final driver to complete our lap here in Q3. And that is exactly how it's supposed to be. We're going to stretch it out. We're going to use as much time as possible to try and heat up the tires. And then we're just going to go, as I said, all guns blazing. We're going to go for glory. And if it doesn't work out, I mean, we're going to be starting P10 regardless. So, no problem there. I'm going to try something here. Try and brake a little bit later. It just runs very wide. So that's not the play. Interesting. I'm not good friends with that corner, I do have to say that. But it is what it is. But here we go. Rounding the penultimate corner. Whew, now we need to keep our cool and just stay focused. And here we go. Final qualifying here in Qatar. Let's see what we can extract out of the car. Heading into turn 1, we're going to go late on the brakes here. Going to go aggressive again. Get some good rotation there. That felt nice. Close to track limits there. Almost over rotating the car. But so far so good. Now we just need to hook up the rest of the lap. It's all good so far. Let's see if we can finally nail this corner. That felt significantly better. And we are on course for a very fast lap here. Now we just need to nail these last couple of corners here. Commit. Yes. Beautiful. Ooh, getting a bit too much curve there on the inside. Almost spinning the car. Here we go. Lando Norris on provisional pole. Are we able to beat him? What's it going to be? Fourth. Okay. That is still good. I'm still pleased with that. I'm still very pleased with that. And we are 3/10 behind Lando Norris. We have Verstappen and Leclerc in front of us. Carlos Sainz right behind us on the race start. And Alex Albon sitting on the last points paying position. So we have something to fight for here. We're going to be battling with the Williams yet again. And that is going to be very interesting to say the very least. Because it was really exciting in Las Vegas. That's all I can say. But now we are ready for an absolutely nail-biting Qatar Grand Prix. Seems to be a little bit overcast, according to Mark, towards the midway of the race. That's probably fine, honestly, because it means that the tyre wear is probably not going to be skyrocketing. But 29 laps around the Lusail International Circuit is what stands between us and potentially sealing away a top 5 in the Constructors' Championship. And depending on how things go, we could also be hunting down Yuki Tsunoda for P7 in the Drivers' Championship. And honestly, after the season we've had, that would be really, really good to finish on a high. I would love that. So, let's see. But now, we wait. And we wait some more. And, I'm excited for this one. This track is always exciting for some reason. Produces good racing. But here we go.
Welcome back to Qatar. There was talk of a new circuit, but we're back here once again at Lusail, under the lights.
Oh, yeah. And again, the scenery, amazing. In the desert night.
3.3 miles, 16 turns with a single DRS zone at the exit of turn 16. It is a fast and flowing track with plenty of overtaking expected through the DRS zone down into turn 1.
Oh, yeah.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session.
All right. Are there any penalties? Let's see.
Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Considering the rest of the grid we have, Verstappen, Iceman, Fernando Alonso, and Hamilton.
Sainz is not behind us.
Albon, Russell, and Andrea Kimi Antonelli.
Ooh.
Bortoletto, Stroll, Pierre Gasly, and Sainz. Behrman, Lawson, Isaac Hadjar, and Franco Colapinto. Tsunoda and Nico Hulkenberg rounds off the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Tsunoda and Sainz carrying big penalties.
Welcome to the commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes. Alongside me,
by the way,
real authority on all things motor racing. It's a warm welcome back to Anthony Davidson. It feels like an obvious question.
We're going to speak about that in a moment.
At this stage, are you nervous or excited?
Probably at the start of a race, it's where your heart rate's at its highest in anticipation. And you've got to be in the right mindset. You've got to be thinking there inside the car, what can go right? How can I be opportunistic rather than what can go wrong? And how do I protect my position? Look forward and stay positive. It's easy to say, very hard to do when you're in that position.
As you saw there.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
No worries. As you saw there, the Drivers' Championship is getting really close, really spicy as well. Max Verstappen was leading Lando Norris by 1 point going into today's weekend. And obviously Max ended up winning the sprint. Lando finished P4 or something. So, yeah, that was definitely something, to say the least. But, yeah, it's going to be exciting, I think. I think it's going to be a real nail-biter here. And I'm just torn a little bit with how much fuel to put in. I think this is okay. I think this is good. And one stop is the predicted strategy. So there we go. That is nice. But here we go. We are ready for the Qatar Grand Prix. Sainz not starting behind us this time. So he has dropped outside of the top 10 and he's going to have to fight back to try and get back in. But with Verstappen taking the victory in the sprint, he is not going to be happy about Norris taking pole position and himself finishing P3, because right now I'm pretty sure Lando
Conditions look stable at the moment. No
would
rain currently
take
expected.
the lead of the championship if it were to finish like it is right now. So that is very interesting. But who would have thought this? That Max Verstappen was going to get under pressure from Norris come the end of the season. This is very close to what we actually had in real life for the 2025 season. So it's just reverse roles. It was Verstappen who was hunting down Lando Norris. And Norris was trying to defend P1 in the Drivers' Championship. This time in this universe it is reversed. Verstappen is trying to defend from Norris charging him down. And a good race from Norris today could change everything. So Verstappen needs to be on the lookout. He needs to be wary. He needs to be cautious. He cannot afford to go for risky moves, because every point to him is very, very valuable. And similarly for Norris, every point is super high value going into the last two races. But yeah, here we go. We're ready to line up on the grid. We are on the inside this time, because we're starting in even numbers. I'm going to pull out here and get ready to line up. Here we go. On the grid, there we go.
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
So let's see what we can do here from P4 this time. It's probably more around where we are supposed to be. Verstappen gets a blinding start. I thought he jumped it for sure. And he's going to be pressuring Lando Norris heading into turn 1. We're not going to go for the move on the 2. We are going to sit back and just take it easy, try and defend from Charles Leclerc, who is going absolutely crazy trying to overtake us. And Verstappen has done what he needed. Now he's putting pressure on Norris. And we have the front row seat to this fight. This could get spicy. And it could get spicy quickly if Max is really, really feisty. We saw how fast he was in the sprint. If he is anything close to that pace here in the race, Norris is going to have trouble trying to defend from him. As for us, well, we are going to try and do our very best. Let's put it that way. Ooh, forgetting again that I have a little bit more fuel this time around, and that we need to be wary of track limits. Let's see what Max has for Norris here. He's going to be trying to go for a move, maybe.
Okay, DRS is now available.
Here comes Max. Oh, is he going to go for it already? Not quite. Not quite. But I think next lap when he has the DRS, he is going to be flying past the McLaren. And we need to stick with them here to try and keep the DRS. Because that could help us big time. Yeah, Max really putting pressure on Lando here. Not letting him get away. And he is really going for it. Credit to him. Not just giving up. That is the mentality we know from Mr. Max Verstappen. Here we go. He is really close to Norris this time around. And he's probably going to be hoping that we can follow him through to take Norris down to P3. That could help him out greatly. And honestly, see no reason why not. Let's see. Here we go, fastest lap.
Fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well
Here
done.
comes Max. Does he go for it? He does go for it. Heading on to lap 3 of the race. Norris. Oh, does he keep it? He does barely stay in front of Verstappen. And we have a front row seat to probably the most intense battle of this season. And right now, it's just keeping us within DRS range of these two.
The McLaren drivers just completed a pass for the lead of the race.
And we're pulling away from the pack. Fernando Alonso at the moment holding up the rest of the grid. Is really helping us. That Aston Martin is not fast. Or at least not fast enough to be running in P5. And at the moment, it's looking good for us as well. Let's see if we can get a good run through the final sector here. That was quite nice. And then the final corner. Oh, braking a little bit late there, running a little bit wide. That's unfortunate. Oh, welcome back, Mohammed. Here comes Max. Does he go for it? Oh, they touch! I think they touch. They crash into each other. And did Verstappen get some wing damage from that? Norris moving under braking there. Very naughty from Lando. Very naughty indeed. And it doesn't seem like it damaged Max's car. Oh, we get a big error wash there. It's not nice. Because he's still keeping up with the McLaren. But that was a bit naughty from Norris there. I don't think you can do many more of those. One more time, I think the stewards will get on his tail and tell him to stop doing that. That was very, very risky there from Norris. Oh, we get a big wash of understeer there. I have no idea what happened there. We're just maybe too close to Verstappen. Let's see. Heading into the final corner, we take it nicer this time. Leclerc still hanging with us as well. Come on, Max. Go for it. He doesn't quite have what it takes. He's missing a little bit of top speed to try and get past him. Speaking of getting past, Hamilton has gotten past Fernando Alonso.
Okay, mate. Leclerc is behind you. We want to keep them behind, please. It's critical for our race.
I'm doing my best. I'll do my very best, Mark. He's putting the pressure on as well, Charles Leclerc. Oh, we almost ran into the back of Verstappen there. And this pack is getting spicy now. It's a four-way fight for the lead.
Tyre condition still looking good.
They feel good as well, so I'm not too displeased with it. It feels nice. Max lining up Lando this time around. Let's see what he can do. Again, we're getting some big error washes here. We're closing up to these two in the fast corners. It's getting spicy now. And here we go. Let's see, what can we do? Lando is going to be vulnerable. Max, is he close enough though? Here we go, Max Verstappen for the lead. Oh, I send it way too wide there. Gonna have to cut back over Leclerc there. I'm completely butchered that corner. But Max has made it past for the lead.
The Red Bull drivers just completed a pass for the lead.
Mark, I can see, I have eyes. I am right behind them. Please. I do not need your updates. Man. But Max being crucial once again. He is being decisive. He is doing everything right. And he is exactly what champions are made of. He is the material to become a champion once again. Lando hasn't let go though. He's still hanging with Verstappen. So the fight is by no means over just yet. And as for me, I mean, I'm loving life here. Just getting the DRS from these two, trying to figure things out. Here comes Lando. He's going to go for the move to try and retake the lead of the Grand Prix. Oh, they collide again. These two are going to end up taking each other out if they continue like this. This is getting spicy now. And who knew it was going to get this rowdy between the two? I mean, I probably knew.
I've got information on Lawson. Okay, they're out of this race.
Alright, Liam Lawson retiring from the Qatar Grand Prix. Seems like the engine maybe just gave up in the heat. That's unfortunate for him. It doesn't affect our race though. Maybe it does affect our teammates' race though. That could be nice. If he could benefit from it. Max really putting pressure on Lando now. And we are still with them. We're just about there. Leclerc still sticking with us. Come on, Max. Go for it. Is he going to go for it? Not quite. Oh, they touch again. It's really close. There's Lawson's stricken V-carb. We're pulling a massive gap to P5 at the
Green
moment.
flag.
Obviously, that's why Max didn't go for it. He couldn't pass because it was yellow flags. Makes sense. Piastri has gotten past Lewis Hamilton for P5. So the train that is sitting behind, trying to stick with us, but is really not working for them. We're driving the tires off this car, trying to actually stay competitive here today. And it is working so far. I mean, we're still just about hanging on to Verstappen. Oh, that was a poor entry there. We are going to have the DRS still. And if they start fighting yet again, it's going to help us. Come on, Max. Go for it. No, not quite. Again. Not quite. This is a spicy race. Not because, or not for us. This is a very, like, it's an okay race. We're still in the, like, podium spots, so that's good. But it's spicy because of these two in front of us. Tires are slowly but surely starting to feel it now. But hey, I mean, it's much easier to stick with them this time around, which boasts really well. Verstappen again dropping. Maybe he's just recharging the car, trying to set Lando up. That could be it.
Oh, mate, you made that look easy. Nice work. That's why I love working with you.
And we've managed to keep Charles Leclerc behind us all the way until lap 10. So, target complete. That also feels nice to finally get one of those targets. Wonder when we're set to box. Lap 13, okay. Yeah, these tires don't feel that bad, honestly. But maybe it's just the nature of the circuit that makes it so it doesn't feel as bad. Because you can definitely start to feel the understeer every now and then. What tire? Oh yeah, let's not look at that. If we don't look at it, it doesn't exist. It's like Schrödinger's tire. Schrödinger's tire wear. That's how it works. If you don't know it's there, it can't hurt you. Max has kind of dropped off from Lando here.
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
Alrighty. A little bit deep into the corner there to T1. But it's okay so far. But finally a race where we have competitive pace and competitive tyre wear. Or at least the tyre wear doesn't feel like it's gonna murder me if I look at the tyres wrong. Because yeah, the tyre wear is noticeable. But that's about it. It's not like it's gonna try and kill you. Like it has... Oh, I say that. I almost lose the car on the curb there. You can definitely feel the tyres starting to lose a little bit of their edge. Especially the left side of the car. That is to be expected, obviously. Alright, let's see. Do any of the front two box this lap? No, they take one more trip around the circuit. Nice. It is lap 12 only, so I thought it was beginning of lap 13. That's why I was wondering. But things are settling down now. They're not trying to work things out just yet. Max and Lando. Maybe come the end of the race, we're going to see a battle brew at some point. You never know. Oscar has set his sights on the top 5 as well. He's pulled away from the pack after getting past Hamilton. So that is really good for McLaren. I also have no idea who is winning the Constructors' Championship at the moment. But I do have a suspicion that it might be McLaren. But again, I'm not sure. Oh, we run very wide there. Not going to take the brake marker with me. I think we just managed to avoid that. But yeah, tyres are definitely hurting now. And we're boxing on the next lap.
Box, box, we're coming in this lap. Understood, stopping this
Oh,
lap.
Max is vulnerable here. Heading into turn 1, we had the overspeed. What was he doing? Ideally don't want to be battling with Max, but he kind of invited me in.
Right, Ollie's coming in for his stop. Okay, mate, we're not using as much fuel as we need to, so let's burn through some more now so that we're not too heavy at the end of the race.
Wonder if he has a mechanical that is plaguing him. Because that felt really easy to get past him. It didn't feel like he had any top line speed or top end speed. That was really weird. Oh well. We get to feel what it feels like running in P2 for a couple of moments before we go to box on the end of this lap.
Box, box, box.
Copy.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
And here we go. Lando doesn't pit. That's interesting. Into the pits we come. And so does Verstappen and Leclerc. Alright. Interesting. Let's see what the boys can do. On the fast stop here.
Okay, go, go, go.
There we go.
That was a
Nice.
fantastic stop. Faster than we were
Good stop.
expecting.
Good stop from the boys. We still hold the fastest lap. So that is nice as well. We're going to come out in P6.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's
P7.
go.
My bad. Antonelli made it in front of us. But he's going to be slow. He's on a set of mediums. He's probably boxing next lap. Hopefully we don't get held up here. We're probably going to get held up here. Oh yeah. Oh, he's so slow through the corners. We're going to have to get past him pretty quickly. Oh, that was a bit of a clumsy move there. That is the definition of a dive bomb.
Good job. Nice overtake.
Normally I don't make those, but we had to get past him and he was really slow. We need to get the tyres into working temperatures. Because right now they're still cold. Verstappen... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Verstappen's still stuck behind Antonelli. The core of these tyres is still
We've got a
stone
lot
cold.
of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
Copy that. And Max... Oh, he's losing so much time now. Tyres are still cold. Hamilton, Tsunoda, Alonso, they're all boxing. Wonder if Lando has pitted. He has, but he has come out ahead of us. So he avoided the traffic by staying out one more lap. I do wonder.
Verstappen behind you now. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are just 1 lap old. Time last lap, 1:49.0.
Okay, so he is not managing an engine problem. I definitely thought he was with the slow pace, but no. Maybe the tyre wear just hit him harder than it hit us. You never know, but we've also closed right up to the back of Lando Norris here. Obviously his tyres have not, they are just warming
The
up.
car ahead of you's just fitted the hard tyres. Car ahead now on the hard compound.
I know. We are hunting him down. Are we within a second now? Yeah, we are. We're going to get DRS on Lando Norris here. Let's see if we can challenge for the lead of the Grand Prix.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Oh,
right, I'm afraid
what?
we didn't quite meet our targets there, but don't worry about it. Get your head down and chin up, and let's focus on the rest of this race. Gap to your teammate behind, 14.9 seconds.
I definitely thought we were going to get DRS. Turns out it wasn't the case. We are hunting down Lando here. He is vulnerable. Our tyres have made it up to temperature. And now we're putting the pressure on. Whoa. The loss of downforce, though, is quite noticeable once you get close to the car in front. But let's see, I mean, it could still be possible to get a victory here today. A little bit unexpected that we have the pace, especially after the sprint. But, I mean, I'll take it if it's given to us. Here we go, let's see. Lando is not going to have the DRS.
Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres.
Into turn 1, we're going to go. We're going to send it on Lando. We're going to try and go for the lead. There we go. And we are now leading the Qatar Grand Prix for the first time. Now we have clean air, so we need to work with it. Purple sector 1, we got a big toe down the start finish straight, so obviously it's going to be purple. And we are on course for some good points here. Oi, apologies for the coughing. Close again. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Here we go. Across the line. Is this going to be the fastest lap? Nope, not quite. Lando not close enough to actually challenge us heading into turn 1. I said it before qualifying, we love a good hard tyre. It is probably the best race tyre we have. And it is once again serving us quite nicely. But I do suspect Lando is going to start pushing at some point. And I do have to admit, at the moment, I am pushing to the limit. I'm not letting anything being left. I'm not leaving anything behind. I am pushing as hard as the car allows me to at the moment. So that's also why it's a little bit scary if Lando starts to push. Because that would mean he is significantly faster than us. But we're doing some good lap times at the moment. I think it's quite good. Here comes Lando though. Don't think we're going to be able to defend this one. To the inside he goes. And can we hang it around? Let's not drift over into him, like we have done a couple of times this season when someone tried to go for a move. But we defend that time around. Just don't think it's possible to keep that going. We have 10 laps to go. So it's going to be quite the challenge. As for fuel, it is looking good at the moment. But Lando's really putting the pressure on now. Midway through the race is when the other drivers tend to be best. And I can definitely feel that right now. With Lando pushing so hard. Yeah, he's probably gonna try and go for a move here.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 19.5 seconds.
Does he do it this time around though? To the inside he goes. Ooh. And he has us. There's nothing we can do there. Ooh, and the aero wash. Lovely.
Okay, mate. Norris just ahead. Push for the position. We can't let them hold us up for too long, so let's try and get past as soon as possible and crack on. Push, push.
Oh, no worries. He's not holding me up. He is much faster than me at the moment. But I'll gladly take you up on the challenge there, Mark. Let's see if we can actually get past him again. Just don't think it's possible. A little bit of a slide there. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, we're keeping up with him quite nicely, honestly. It's not too bad, although we're not going to go for a move. We're not going to have that capability. Not quite, at least. We have the DRS, so that is good. Nothing more than that. We're quite good on the brakes into turn 1. That is our strength, it seems. So that is good to know. But at the moment, I think P2, maybe even just the final podium spot, might be all we can get away from this race, because Max is also closing in slowly but surely. And he's approaching rapidly, and we're losing time to Norris now. Losing a little bit of time through every sector. It's nothing too serious at the moment, but I think 2 more laps and we're going to be out of DRS, unfortunately. The tires falling in his favor right now. But still, a P2, I would be more than happy for that to happen. We have, what is that? That's going to be 7 laps to go. So still plenty of opportunities to present themselves. But I'm not expecting anything to come our way in terms of getting a shot at the victory. We're keeping up with Norris though. That's something. But again, as I said, I'm also pushing as hard as the car allows me to at the moment. And I'm barely keeping up with him. I doubt Norris is pushing flat out at the moment. And we're now close to being out of DRS. As Lewis Hamilton is out of the race. Oh dear. That is a horrible fate for the Ferrari driver. We keep the DRS for this lap, but I think come the beginning of the next lap, we could be out of DRS on Norris. And then the question becomes, how close can Verstappen get? To us, and then obviously he's going to try and get past us, and then he'll try and hunt down Norris, I would imagine. Yeah, tyres are starting to give away a little bit. There we have Hamilton's stricken Ferrari.
Okay, clear.
Are we within? I think we might just have got the DRS there. We might just have it. Yeah, we do. Just about. But it's getting more and more difficult right now.
You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 a lap.
I don't think that's true, Mark. I think you are lying. Oh dear. Again, pushing as hard as possible. At the moment. It's a really tough race, this one. Again, for the arms on the wheel, or turning the wheel. I'm gonna be a bit tired after this one, but it's all good. It's all good. We're not gonna reach the target that Mark put up for us, unfortunately. I wasn't expecting that it was gonna be possible either, so there that is. And I think we might have lost DRS this time around. Let's see. Yep, we don't have DRS.
Okay, mate, we didn't get what we needed there, I'm afraid. But head down, chin up, and let's focus on the rest of the race.
Now it's just a question about making it the last 4 laps until the end. And Verstappen, is he gonna get closer to us? I'm not sure. I do not for a second believe that he's not battling some kind of engine issue. He was so fast in the sprint and now he's just nowhere. So I don't believe for a second that he is not holding back, or at least the car has more to give under normal circumstances. But let's actually check.
And Verstappen's behind. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Their tyres are 11 laps old now. And the time last lap, 1 minute 24.7.
No news of an engine issue that he is trying to nurse. So there might not be anything. We're back in DRS of Lando Norris here. Maybe he's trying to keep us at an arm's distance to try and defend from Verstappen. That could also be the trick that he is pulling right now. You never know. We are doing quite well, honestly, considering everything. I think we can be proud of ourselves regardless of where we finished today. Because we have done really well, in my opinion. I mean, the rest of the grid nowhere to be found. And the updates we've brought to the car definitely helping. So that is quite nice. You love to see things like that. And now it's just about a question about actually...
The pace is strong, but be aware, these tyres need to go the distance.
Of course, of course. But we are outscoring Williams, hopefully, today. And that sets us up quite nicely for the final race of the season. For the final episode. Which is going to be spicy, I think.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on.
We have saved up a full battery here. If we can stick with Norris throughout this lap, we could have a shot at him. Maybe heading into turn 1. Granted, we should stay within DRS, of course. We might just be outside this time around. I think we're just outside the detection. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we just missed the detection for the DRS.
Gap to your teammate behind, 32.1 seconds.
Oh my goodness, 32 seconds to Ollie. What is he doing? That is crazy. Lando has definitely upped the pace now. But hey, another second place finish. I'm not going to complain. Another podium. And it probably also means that we're going to close in, if not overtake, Yuki Tsunoda for P7 in the Drivers' Championship. Which was not something I thought was going to be possible. That is quite something if we can pull that off. Here we go, we're going to have DRS this time around though. So let's see if we can maybe swipe the victory away from Norris on the last lap. We're going to burn off all of the energy heading down the start-finish straight here. Let's see how close we can get.
Final lap, push, push.
No, that's not possible. Let's not get greedy. A podium is quite nice. Max has lost time pretty much ever since we got in front of him. And we have just been shadowing Lando Norris throughout the entirety of this race ever since we got past Max. So we have definitely had some good pace here today. You love to see it. Some really good pace. I am over the moon with this result regardless. So you're not going to hear me complain about a second place. It's another podium this season, which we've had quite a few of, actually. I think this is our 6th podium this season. But here we go, across the line to finish this race off in P2. And I'm happy with that.
I'll take that. Well done. We're really happy with the podium down here, so well done. Yes.
Back-to-back podiums. And second place finishes in both of them. Not too bad.
Lando Norris has done it! Lando Norris takes the checkered flag.
And that's 2 wins in a row now, of course. And it marks the fact that it's not a fluke. So, their head's in the right space. What more can we see going forwards?
And the championship fight goes to Abu Dhabi. Much like in real life.
And the top 3 venturing onto the podium to begin the celebrations.
There we go, Lando Norris.
Lando Norris celebrates
victorious.
the win in style.
And the Danish flag rises to the podium once again. You love to see it. And as I said, our 6th podium of this season. We have 1 victory to our name. That was back in Monaco. Now we have 2 second place finishes and 3 third place finishes. So it's been a good season. It's been a really good season. The highs have been really high, but the lows have also been quite bad. So again, we need to iron it out.
After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement.
And once again, Oliver Bearman has done us a big favour here. He's finished ahead of Yuki Tsunoda, and he is finished in the points yet again. He grabs a single point, but takes it away from Yuki. And Alex and Carlos finish 6th and 7th. So that is 8 and 6 points. That's 14 points. They're not outscoring us. We are pulling away from Williams once again here this weekend. That is awesome. That is awesome, and that was much needed. And we've beaten Yuki Tsunoda. We're beating Yuki Tsunoda. So what is this? This is... we're beating our rival. That is obviously in the Drivers' Championship. So we are now in P7. You love to see it. And our ratings taking a good step in the right direction. Ollie has started to show up. It's nice. It's really nice. And here we go. All of the specialists. We take a hit there, but it is what it is. Not too fussed about it. But there we go. That is the penultimate round of not only the championship, but also this single-player career mode. Wow, wow, wow. And do we get an update just before Abu Dhabi? No. Unfortunately not. But at the moment, let's jump to the standings. McLaren's Lando Norris is leading Red Bull's Max Verstappen by 6 points in the Drivers' Championship. McLaren have pretty much, they have sealed the Constructors' Championship, so no catching them. But the championship fight goes to Abu Dhabi, and it's going to be a straight duel between Lando Norris and Max Verstappen. We do jump Yuki Tsunoda, so we are now up into 7th place in the Drivers' Championship. And let's see if we are not able to keep that. Let's see if we can do that. And more importantly, in the Constructors' Championship, we are still in 5th. We are on 186 points over Williams, who are on 158 points. So it is still possible for Williams to outscore us, but it is looking very unlikely. And if we have anywhere as good of a race as we had both today, but also in Las Vegas, I mean, it's going to be really difficult for them to do anything. So, but yeah, 1 episode to go, 1 race to go. It is the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And again, I know this is probably going to sound a little bit like we've heard this one before. But again, if you enjoy the content, if you don't want to miss the final race of this series, make sure like and subscribe, turn on notifications. That way you're not going to miss anything. I can say, though, round 24, the final race of the season, the final race, is going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm not sure at what time, but we're going to stream tomorrow. We're going to finish off this series. with a bang, hopefully. And it's going to be a blast. So make sure you tune in. And I don't think there's much more to say apart from thank you so much for watching, regardless of whether you watched live or if you decided to watch it in post. It all means a whole lot to me. So thank you very much. But yeah, until we see each other again, I wish you all a blessed day and goodbye.